On this special day, the 29th of October 2025, we welcome you to a space dedicated to honouring the memories of those who've recently departed and others whose impact lives on forever. Together, we'll reflect on their journeys and also discuss the heartfelt struggles of WWE star Kenny Omega. Subscribe and stand with us in keeping their memories alive. Mr. Fuji, born Harry Fujiwara on June 4, 1934, in Honolulu, Hawaii, was a legendary figure in professional wrestling. Known for his sly persona and sharp wit, he became one of the most memorable managers and wrestlers in the World Wrestling Federation, WWF. Fuji's career began in the 1960s as a talented in-ring performer where he showcased remarkable technical skill and agility. Over time, he transitioned into a managerial role where his mischievous charm truly shined. As a manager, he became infamous for his devious strategies and psychological tricks, often helping his wrestlers win through cunning rather than brute force. His signature move, the notorious salt throw, blinding opponents at just the right moment, became a trademark that fans both loved and loathed. Throughout his career, Mr. Fuji managed some of wrestling's biggest stars, including the powerhouse tag team Demolition and the dominant Yokozuna. His clever antics, paired with his deep understanding of the wrestling business, made him a constant presence in some of the most iconic storylines of his era. Beyond his villainous on-screen persona, those who knew Fuji admired his sense of humour and dedication to his craft. When he passed away at 82, the wrestling world lost not just a performer, but a true original. His legacy endures as one of wrestling's most creative and unforgettable characters. Tom Zenk, born November 30th, 1958, was an American professional wrestler and bodybuilder best remembered for his energy, charisma, and athletic skill in the ring. A native of Golden Valley, Minnesota, he graduated from Robbinsdale High School in 1976, alongside future wrestling stars like Curt Hennig, Rick Rude, and Nikita Koloff. Zenk later attended the University of Minnesota, where he majored in speech communications, a reflection of his thoughtful and well-rounded nature. Zenk made his name in the wrestling world through his time with the World Wrestling Federation, WWF, from 1986 to 1987, where fans were drawn to his impressive physique and natural showmanship. He went on to compete in the American Wrestling Association, AWA, from 1988 to 1989, and became a fixture in World Championship Wrestling, WCW, from 1989 to 1991, 1989 to 1994. Known for his high-flying style and polished technique, he brought a sense of excitement to every match he wrestled. Beyond his success in North America, Zenk also found acclaim in Japan, performing for All Japan Pro Wrestling, where he earned respect for his skill and professionalism. Throughout his career, he was admired not only for his athletic talent, but also for his dedication and integrity. Though Tom Zenk passed away at 59, his legacy lives on among wrestling fans who remember him as a gifted performer and a genuine presence in the sport he loved. Bray Wyatt, born Wyndham Lawrence Rotunda on May 23, 1987, was a remarkable American professional wrestler, celebrated for his creativity, storytelling, and unique characters. He passed away at just 36, leaving behind a lasting legacy in the wrestling world. Wyatt first captured attention in WWE with his haunting Wyatt family persona, a blend of Southern Gothic style and psychological horror that instantly stood out. His ability to craft complex, layered characters made him one of the most intriguing figures in modern wrestling. Debuting in WWE in 2010, Wyatt's journey saw him evolve from his early days as part of the Rotunda brothers to becoming a main event superstar. He earned multiple championships, including the WWE and Universal titles, proving his skill and charisma in the ring. Among his most memorable creations was the Firefly Funhouse, where he brilliantly mixed dark themes with childlike innocence, showcasing his unmatched imagination. Beyond his accolades, Bray Wyatt was deeply respected by fans and peers alike for his passion and authenticity. He brought emotion and depth to wrestling, constantly pushing creative boundaries and redefining what storytelling could look like in sports entertainment. His sudden passing left the wrestling community heartbroken, but his influence continues to shine through the performers he inspired and the stories he told. Bray Wyatt will always be remembered as a true original, a visionary who made wrestling feel magical. Terry Jean Bollier, August 11, 1953, July 24, 2025, better known to the world as Hulk Hogan, was an American professional wrestler and media personality whose name became synonymous with professional wrestling itself. Born in Augusta, Georgia, and raised in Florida, Hogan began his wrestling journey in the late 1970s, but it was in the 1980s and 1990s that he rose to global fame as the face of the World Wrestling Federation, WWF. Standing 6 feet 7 inches tall with unmatched charisma and a booming voice, Hogan defined wrestling's rock and wrestling era. His red and yellow gear, signature poses, and catchphrases like, "What you gonna do, brother?" made him a household name. Hogan's legendary match at WrestleMania 3, where he famously body-slammed Andre the Giant, became one of the most iconic moments in sports entertainment history. Over his career, Hogan captured 6 WWF championships and 6 WCW World Heavyweight Championships, proving his star power across multiple generations. Beyond the ring, he appeared in films, TV shows, and countless commercials, becoming a culture phenomenon. Though his life included controversies and personal challenges, Hogan's influence on wrestling and entertainment remains undeniable. He passed away on July 24, 2025, in Clearwater, Florida, at 71. His legacy endures as a larger-than-life hero who brought professional wrestling into the mainstream and inspired millions of fans around the world. Tyson Smith, known worldwide as Kenny Omega, stands today as one of the most influential, passionate, and innovative figures in modern professional wrestling. Born on October 16, 1983, in Transcona, Winnipeg, Canada, Omega's story is one of dedication, creativity, and resilience. Standing 1.83 meters tall and weighing 104 kilograms, he has built a career that transcends physical competition and borders, influencing millions of fans across the globe. From his early fascination with wrestling's theatricality and athleticism to his evolution as a global icon, Kenny Omega has carved a path defined by brilliance, perseverance, and an unrelenting drive to push artistic boundaries. Beyond being a performer, he has played a vital role behind the scenes as Executive Vice President of All Elite Wrestling, AEW, helping shape a new era of storytelling, inclusivity, and authenticity in the sport he deeply loves. Early life and passion for wrestling. Omega's journey began in the quiet neighborhoods of Winnipeg, where a young Tyson Smith first fell in love with professional wrestling through television broadcasts and local shows. The excitement of larger-than-life characters and dramatic storytelling fascinated him, igniting a spark that would define his life's purpose. He wasn't merely drawn to the spectacle. He was fascinated by the mechanics of emotion, timing, and athleticism that turned wrestling into art. Under the guidance of trainers Bobby J. and Dave Taylor, Omega began shaping his skills and identity as a performer. He debuted professionally in February 2000, a moment that marked the beginning of a journey that would test his physical strength, mental endurance, and emotional resilience. The early years of his career were filled with countless challenges, small crowds, long travel hours, and the constant pressure of proving himself. Yet, each obstacle became a stepping stone that shaped his identity not only as a wrestler, but also as an artist of his craft. Omega's move to Japan marked a defining point in his development. It was there that his vision for wrestling fully blossomed. Competing first in Dramatic Dream Team, DDT, and later in New Japan Pro Wrestling, NJPW, he found a culture that valued creativity, storytelling, and respect for the art form. His unique ability to blend emotional depth with athletic precision made him stand out. Matches were no longer simple contests. They became dramatic journeys that connected with audiences on a deeper level. Omega's storytelling was intricate, often weaving themes of loyalty, heartbreak, and redemption into every performance. His innovative approach began turning heads globally, positioning him not just as a talented athlete, but as a visionary redefining what wrestling could be. Rise to stardom and global influence. Kenny Omega's rise to international acclaim came through his extraordinary run in NJPW, where he delivered some of the most captivating and technically brilliant matches ever seen in professional wrestling. His series of bouts with Kazuchika Okada are regarded as masterpieces, emotional, athletic, and psychologically layered performances that transcended the ring. These matches did more than entertain. They redefined excellence in wrestling and solidified Omega's reputation as one of the greatest performers of his generation. His charisma, creativity, and versatility allowed him to bridge the gap between Western and Eastern audiences, making him a true global ambassador for the sport. In 2019, Omega made another groundbreaking move when he helped establish All Elite Wrestling, AEW, in the United States. This was more than a career shift. It was a statement of purpose. AEW was built to challenge the status quo and give wrestlers creative freedom, a principle Omega has always stood for. As both a top performer and an executive vice president, he found himself balancing two demanding roles, entertaining millions of fans while helping to guide the creative and operational direction of the company. Under his influence, AEW grew rapidly, becoming a major force in the wrestling world. As AEW's first major world champion, Omega set the standard for excellence within the promotion, showcasing his unmatched work ethic, intelligence, and artistry. Yet beneath the surface of his success, a different story was unfolding, one of growing pain, exhaustion, and an invisible battle that would soon test his very existence. The physical and emotional toll of greatness. Behind the curtain of cheers, lights, and glory, Kenny Omega's career was marked by an extraordinary level of physical sacrifice. Professional wrestling may entertain millions, but its toll on the body is relentless and unforgiving. For Omega, years of high-impact performances began to manifest as chronic injuries, torn muscles, knee problems, shoulder pain, and hernia issues that demanded constant attention and rest that he rarely allowed himself to take. His drive to maintain his position as one of the best often led him to work through pain, performing even when his body screamed for rest. This mindset, though admirable, came at a tremendous cost. Every high-risk move, every intense bout, and every global tour chipped away at his health. The emotional strain of perfectionism compounded the physical toll. Behind the confident smile and showmanship, Omega carried immense pressure, not only to meet fans' expectations, but also to uphold the standard of excellence he set for himself. For a time, he managed to balance it all, but eventually, his body forced him to stop. The battle with diverticulitis, a life-altering chapter. In late 2023, Omega's life changed dramatically when he was diagnosed with diverticulitis, a severe intestinal condition that can become life-threatening if untreated. Initially, he assumed his symptoms were minor, just exhaustion or perhaps a stomach issue from travel, but the pain intensified rapidly. Soon, he found himself in the hospital, facing a diagnosis that could have ended not just his career, but his life. For a man who had built his identity on strength and endurance, the experience was a shocking reminder of human fragility. Doctors informed him that his condition required immediate care and significant lifestyle changes. What had begun as a lingering discomfort evolved into a crisis that forced him to confront his limits. The once unstoppable athlete became dependent on rest, medical treatment, and time. Omega later spoke about how his illness changed his perspective, about how it stripped away the layers of ego and performance, leaving him face to face with his humanity. The recovery process was long and difficult. He lost muscle mass, energy, and confidence. Simple actions, like climbing stairs or breathing deeply, became exhausting. The physical pain was accompanied by emotional turmoil, the uncertainty of whether he could ever return to the ring, the fear of disappointing fans, and the deep loneliness that came with being sidelined. Yet through every moment of weakness, Omega found strength in reflection. His health battle became not just a story of survival, but a chapter of rediscovery. Recovery, adaptation, and new challenges. By 2024, Omega began making steps toward recovery and a gradual return to wrestling. However, his comeback was far from easy. Even after medical clearance, he continued to deal with lingering effects of his illness. He described experiencing painful adhesions, scar tissue in his abdomen that caused discomfort during breathing or physical exertion. These complications meant that every match required careful preparation, pacing, and adjustment. Unlike before, Omega could no longer rely solely on explosive energy and endurance. He had to adapt his in-ring style, focusing more on storytelling, timing, and emotional expression, rather than constant physical intensity. This transition, while difficult, brought new artistic depth to his performances. Omega learned to find meaning in imperfection, to accept that strength could also mean vulnerability. He admitted publicly that he could no longer perform every night at his old pace, but his fans embraced him even more for his honesty. His openness about his struggles also shed light on the physical and mental cost of professional wrestling, sparking important conversations about athlete wellness, financial and professional adjustments. Omega's health challenges inevitably had professional and financial implications. As both a wrestler and an executive within AEW, his absence impacted storylines and company momentum. Yet, AEW's leadership, recognizing his invaluable contributions, stood firmly behind him. While he remained financially stable due to his executive role and past earnings, the real loss for Omega wasn't monetary. It was emotional. Being away from the ring meant losing part of his identity. Wrestling was more than a job. It was his passion and his way of connecting with the world. During his recovery, Omega redirected his energy into creative and administrative aspects of AEW. He worked behind the scenes, mentoring young talent and contributing to the company's long-term vision. This period also gave him time to reflect on his financial security, legacy, and personal well-being. He began emphasizing balance, understanding that success isn't measured only by titles or money, but by health, peace, and the ability to enjoy life beyond the spotlight. A human perspective, the strength of vulnerability. Kenny Omega's journey is no longer defined solely by victories or championships. It's a story of perseverance and humanity. His health struggles humanized him in a way that fans and fellow wrestlers deeply relate to. By sharing his story, Omega dismantled the illusion of invincibility often associated with athletes. He showed that strength lies not just in power or performance, but in the courage to admit vulnerability and keep moving forward. He continues to inspire not just through his matches, but through his humility and wisdom. Omega has spoken openly about gratitude for survival, for the support of fans, and for the opportunity to continue doing what he loves, even if differently. His relationship with his body and mind has evolved. He now values sustainability over excess and wellness over image. Legacy and ongoing journey. Today, Kenny Omega remains one of wrestling's most respected and beloved figures. His legacy extends far beyond his accolades. He has become a symbol of creative integrity, emotional honesty, and resilience. While his body may carry the scars of decades in the ring, his spirit remains unbroken. He continues to perform selectively, ensuring that every match holds meaning and emotional weight. Behind the scenes, his leadership continues to influence AEW's growth and innovation. At 42, Omega has entered a new chapter, one defined by balance, gratitude, and purpose. He no longer seeks perfection, but authenticity. His battles with injury and illness have made him stronger in ways no championship could. Kenny Omega's journey reminds the world that even heroes have limits, and acknowledging them doesn't diminish their greatness, it deepens it. Conclusion: the heart that endures. Kenny Omega's story is one of triumph, transformation, and truth. From the young boy in Winnipeg dreaming of wrestling glory to the global icon redefining the sport, his path has been filled with peaks of success and valleys of pain. His battle with diverticulitis tested his will, but his spirit never faltered. Through every setback, he found renewal, proving that true greatness is not about being unstoppable. It's about rising every time you fall. Today, Tyson Kenny Omega Smith stands as a testament to resilience. His legacy is not just written in championship gold or record-breaking matches, but in his ability to endure, evolve, and inspire. His story serves as a powerful reminder that health, heart, and humanity are the truest measures of success. And as long as he continues to step into the ring, physically or metaphorically, Kenny Omega will remain the embodiment of what it means to fight, to feel, and to live with purpose.